waiting to have sex is a really powerful, beautiful and important thing to do. Was my journey perfect on this topic? Absolutely not. Hello to all you bundles of joy out there. My name is Ray and welcome to the Salt YouTube channel. Get yourself a cup of tea if you fancy it and get cozy, because today we are going to react to a video that Salt put out a few weeks ago. A video that we're going to be reacting to. Lauren, a few weeks ago, one of our YouTubers here on Salt, she went out into the public and she asked people who weren't Christians what their thoughts were if they would wait to have sex until marriage. And I'm going to just do a little commentary from a Christian perspective on my thoughts on some of the things that come up. Now, this is a tough topic. It really, really is. And I'm going to do my best. I am no expert, by the way. What I've got here is I am a Christian and I do believe waiting to have sex is a really powerful, beautiful and important thing to do. Was my journey perfect on this topic? Absolutely not. I've kind of experienced this topic from both points of view, so it's going to be interesting now. Maybe I'll hear some things that I used to think that now as a sort of committed Christian I really don't think anymore. So let's just get straight into it.
We are wondering what people who aren't Christian actually think of this whole idea of holding off on sex or waiting till marriage even. We hit the streets to ask people if they would wait, or who would they be willing to wait for.
Okay, would you agree to wait till marriage for somebody if you really liked them?
Me personally,
Okay, first, no.
personally, no.
Do you find that not very sexy?
Personally, no.
She's banging, by the way, banging.
It depends on how leng they are. Like, you've got to be.
How
Wait,
late?
hang on, what's this word?
I've never
If you were dating
heard that
someone
word
and they said
before,
to
that's a new
you,
one.
I wouldn't want to like sleep together or anything like that until the point where we got married, what would you think?
I don't think it's right, because if you don't like, what are you gonna do after?
Okay, it actually does make me quite sad how quickly they said no. Lauren said, you've met the most amazing person, kind of thing. You've met someone they're wonderful. Would you wait to have sex? They're all like, no. There is so much more to a relationship than sex. Sex is so important. But also, I just think it's become so normal in this culture to have sex very, very quickly that it's almost brainwashed us. I'm not saying these people are brainwashed, but I'm saying as a society we're brainwashed when it comes to sex, because we have been drilled. What's been drilled into our minds is this message that that sex isn't worth waiting for.
If we have sex, yeah, and if it's not worth it, if you don't feel good about it, or if I don't feel good, what are we gonna do later on?
Maybe I'm being a bit harsh here, but I feel like that is such a flaky response. You know, oh, you have sex, oh, if you don't like it, oh, you try, then, you know, you move on to the next thing. I mean, this is a bloke saying this, and I just think women are so much more valuable than that, and their bodies are so much more valuable than that. And it actually kind of irks me a little bit. But again, so incredibly normal in society to have this mindset when it comes to sex of try before you buy. You know, because then I think if you meet the love of your life and you get married, you guys are going to start having sex and you're going to go on that journey together, and it's going to be beautiful and it's going to grow and flourish, and you're going to get to know each other's bodies, and that's going to evolve more and more and more beautifully over a period of time as well, rather than wham bam, thank you ma'am, not sure, on to the next.
They're saying it's their religion and stuff like that. It just shows that they want you for more than just your body. They want you because they actually like you.
So you would?
I would. It just depends.
Personally, no.
I think that's quite important in my life. But
Sex is very
I'm
important.
not anti
Christians
people
believe that
who
too.
practice that.
It's a bit difficult. I think it depends on kind of how, like, the relationship that you're in. Probably not, no.
When can we get married?
That makes me laugh, that guy's reaction, because it made me just think of the scripture where, in the New Testament, where Paul says, if you're burning with passion, it's better to just get married. So that made me laugh, because he's like, when can we get married? Because he's, yes, obviously burning with passion.
I think for me, probably not, because it's an important part of a relationship.
It is important, again, Christians
the
believe
dream.
it's super
Oh,
important
Tick
as well.
every box, every single one ever.
Too good to be true.
They can't tick every box because they want to wait until marriage.
That's a box. Yeah, okay, I hear you. Very clever.
Sexual chemistry with your partner is super important, and you want to make sure you're compatible. You want to make sure you like the same things, that you even enjoy sex or anything like that, that you feel safe. And if you've never done it with your partner and you're committing to the rest of your life together, I feel like you try before you buy, and you have to figure it out.
Try before you buy, again, like such a popular mindset to have. And she said, you know, you want to make sure you both enjoy sex, you want to make sure that you feel safe, of course. And I think that if you're getting married to someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, you know, when you're dating them, learning that they're a safe person and they've got character, and getting to know them is really, really important before you have sex. If anything, it's interesting what she says there, because it's almost kind of you have sex and then you discover who they are. But actually, it should be the other way around, surely.
So you wouldn't date someone who wanted to wait?
Yes, of course.
You would?
Yes, depending. But you have to have sex, I think, before being married.
Okay.
So to know better what is going on. Maybe when you see naked her, maybe she don't have, maybe she have the other thing.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I think sexual exploration is really important. I think you might, when you're younger, think you're straight because that's what the majority do, and then unless you kind of explore that, then you will never know. And then imagine getting married and realising, oh wait, I'm bi or I'm a lesbian.
Okay. I didn't really have a desire to explore in that way. However, I did, go through the whole flings, friends with benefits, things like this. And I think, again, in culture, we've got this very casual, explore your sexuality, do what feels good, learn what you love, have sex with people, and it's a very it's fine to do that. It's absolutely fine. It's super casual, no big deal. Like a classic thing with friends with benefits is that's kind of the attitude before, and then someone usually ends up getting actually quite their feelings quite hurt. And through going through that exploration thing myself, I didn't find that very empowering. The kind of the fruit from that, from going through that, no, I would say that's actually not great advice. And going down that path myself was one of the big realizations for me, that actually God created sex for marriage for a good reason. If you're watching this right now and you're feeling guilty or condemned because you're in a situation right now, can I just say that God completely is with you in your situation? And I have been there. Please know that I have been there. Know that God is like working this topic out with you, because it can be a tricky one. Yeah, but I would say always look at the fruit of situations. And when I look at the fruit of going through the exploration thing, the fruit wasn't good. It wasn't good.
What stage then would you want to explore intimacy with your partner, physically? Would you want to be quite quick, or would you be happy to wait a while?
Happy to wait a while. I think it's important if she's comfortable. So that could be a month, could be 2 months. It really depends. It's, yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta make sure she's comfortable and, you know, it's all consensual. That's basically it. I don't think there's a timeline.
How long do you think a couple should wait until they have sex?
A month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's a good time.
One date.
Oh, you're 3 dates, isn't it?
It's the official rule.
I don't think I can last longer than like 6 months. But
So you'd be like, yeah, as long as we get married in
3 to
6
6
months.
months.
1 date or 3 dates. That's so normal, isn't it, today? That makes me sad, man. It makes me sad. I've been in that culture where that's just so normal. But you're so worth waiting for. People are so worth waiting for. And I actually think, especially for women as well, I think a lot of women feel like they're not worth waiting for, so they do feel the pressure to have sex very quickly. And you know, and I could tell stories of situations where people have had sex after a date and then they've been completely ghosted. Something that I find really ironic is that you know, we can casually say, yeah, after 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, having sex is totally cool, it's totally fine. But then if you end up, you know, getting in a relationship with someone, a lot of the times people can be really upset or get very insecure or jealous about their past sexual experience. This is kind of the fruit of being so casual when it comes to sex.
I think it's quite important to live with someone before you fully commit the rest of your life with them.
Okay, I totally get to that point of view when you're not if you're not a Christian, totally get why would there be a problem of moving in together. And you know what, there's, you know, I know Christians that have different opinions on this, so this is probably worth talking about, wrestling about. I do think that waiting until marriage to move in with someone is also a privilege for marriage. I think it is something worth waiting for and worth safeguarding because of just the commitment of moving in with someone. And how would you not have sex if you were moving in together, I think, as well.
You know, you might find that if they don't close the cupboard doors repeatedly, that actually does your head in.
Those cupboard doors.
No, and it's laundry on the floor, you know. There's certain things that you need to figure out.
Living together and cohabiting is a huge part of marriage itself, and you want to know whether you like similar things, whether you're both tidy or not, how you want to, even little things like meal planning. I think all of those you only find out when you live with someone, and maybe they snore really loudly or they, I don't know.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
Yes. What if you can't get a good night's sleep?
Nasal clinic. There's answers, guys. There's answers. Come on, don't walk away.
Yeah, it is interesting. She listed all of those things and it's so valid. Like when you get married, yes, of course, you get to know someone in a whole other way. And I think, you know, one of the things about marriage is you do sacrifice, and of course, you're marrying someone who isn't perfect. You're also not perfect, and it brings up your own flaws, and you get to work through those things, and it's not easy sometimes. And actually, when you have children, there's going to be even more layers of sacrificial love, and sacrificial love is a huge part of real, beautiful, loving human relationships as well. So yeah, there are definitely those sacrifices, and there are things that will grow you within marriage.
Imagine your wedding night, you've had everything was perfect, and then on the night, they don't live up to your expectations. Nah, divorce.
Some steamy chat there from people who didn't quite think it was necessary to wait until marriage for sex. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Wow. So there we have it, guys. What we believe as Christians is very radical and countercultural. And as Christians, we value sex so much, don't we? We know how important it is, and it's not, you know, but I think the difference is we just believe it's worth waiting for, and we believe that God created it for the context context of marriage, and that's to safeguard us. And that's the difference here, which is quite a radical view for these guys we interviewed. So thank you for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts down below, and if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.